Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2017, and it's week 32 of competition. This is the opening game to the conference schedule of the season, and it's Conference P in action. I'm still dealing with the injury to Adam Scales. While he starts, he comes out almost immediately, and then he does play a minute here and there, but that's about all he's good for. So Damian Hansen and Rick Tahid have been filling in and subbing pretty regularly into that spot. A lot of back and forth, and we are actually getting blown out in this one here so far, so we are off to a horrible start. We start the second half down by 15. It's 42-27. Teddy Hazelton, our big scorer, is 0 for 3 from the field, and if he's ice cold, the whole team's ice cold. Alright, just burned a timeout. See if we can't get something going here late on. Teddy Hazelton did finally get a made shot, but he's only got 5 points from the field at this point. We are within 10, though, with 4 to play. We've got a chance for a comeback here. I've seen my team lose one of these. Use another timeout with 2 to play. We're down by 5 points, 4 points, 1 minute to play, down by 5. We're not going to make that comeback. So close. But Teddy Hazelton, ice cold, and it really cost us today. Feltz got 11 points, and that was a home game too, so that really hurt. So we dropped to 9-3 on the season and 0-1 in conference. Okay, next up is a much tougher game. Teaneck on the road. They're 6-6. Scales should be back from his injury here in another week or so. Back to full strength anyway. He is back with limited minutes at the moment. And a little too limited by that. And we do start with 2 straight losses. To start the season, the regular season, and there you go, another injured player. That was the devastating part to last season, and that devastation continues. Now it's Kerry Williams. It's only 9 days. He's at 75% with a strained calf. But even that can be difficult. I myself have been recovering from a torn calf the last 2 months, and it's not pleasant by any means. I picked that up in soccer. Okay, we'll finish simulating the week out. RPI is going to plummet after that.
You have new mail. You have new mail.
Alright, we do have a couple weaker teams coming up, but again, we are having some struggles this season. Ooh, Hobbs has increased interest now. Lions still is not. Tafflinger, we are at 5th on his list. And it's just an evaluation period, so I'll go ahead and let this week go, and let's move on. Speaking of injuries, look who's gone from the list. Adam Scales is finally back to full strength. you go. RPI dropped by, what, 80, 70 spots? There we go. We get our first conference win of the year. Next up is Hamilton at home. They're just 4-10. We should be able to get back to 2-2. And our chance for 7 straight promotions took a real hit with those 2 losses. But it can definitely still be done. Okay, we do go to 2-2 in the conference. These last 2 wins, that was 3 straight losses overall. We lost the first and last game of the non-conference schedule, winning every game in between it. And that definitely got us going down a bad path there with 3 straight losses. But with 2 wins now, we got Macon on the road. They're 6-9. Won't be easy for us, but it should be a winnable game. Checking in, recruiting still just evaluation. I don't have much left in the budget, so I've really got to watch out for that. Okay, let's get this week done and out of the way as well. See if we can't get ourselves above 500 in the conference. And we do. We get the win there versus Macon. We've got Troy next, but it's a home game. So at 9-7, won't be easy, but at home it should be another winnable game for us. But RPI is coming right back up. And there you go, 13-4, 4-2 in conference. So after a rough start, we've got 4 straight wins. And we are back on track. Top 25 watch, Kansas, just crushing it. They are 20-0. And Maryland, second ranked, is just 16-4. So
You have
huge difference there. My alma mater's ranked 5th right now. Okay, again with the evaluation period. Lots of triple pluses here at the bottom, so I'm at least making some progress with these guys. Might check in real quick to see if anybody's been picked up though. Probably not. It's generally a pretty quiet period. Okay, they're all still available. Okay, before we get into those games, let's see. Transfer is good. Ryan Driver, where are you? GPA is still just a 1.5. Let's give him a call and tell him to deal with it. Okay, getting a tutor for a month. Okay, how's everybody else looking? Ash has a 2.1. Need to fix that as well, so let's give Ash a call. And we'll have him get a tutor for a month as well. Okay, next up is Tennessee Martin. They are on the road, but they are just 4-13. So the opposite of our record. We're heavy enough favorites to get that win. Next up is Cleveland State, who is at 5-13. Again with We should be a heavy enough favorite to get over them. There we go, 15-4 now. Next up is New Hampshire. They are 10-9. That's going to be a home game. That'll be the first part of next week. It won't be an easy game as they're plus 500, but playing at home obviously helps considerably. That RPI has finally come back up. We're back within the top 100 now. I really need developments in recruiting as I still only have two guys.
You have new mail.
Need to at least get a third one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Paul Seitz didn't make the SAT score. Brandon Jones didn't make the SAT score. I have 0 recruits now. Holy cow, I'm in trouble. This has been a rough season, and it just got a bit more rough. So we're still in an evaluation period. I now have 2 more scholarships to offer. And the SAT scores just came out. So anyone below 960 is off the list. Hobbs is off the list. Paul Floyd just qualifies. Ward just qualifies. We're 4th on his list. Hess does not qualify. And we were 4th on his list. Seitz missed it by 20 points. Nothing we could do. He doesn't qualify. Grizzard doesn't qualify. Grant doesn't qualify. Jones didn't even come close to qualifying. Simpkins doesn't qualify. Okay, update the list, and that's all that's left, and I have 0 players right now. 4 positions to fill. We're almost into get whoever I can get mode. Okay, there are no point guards. Let's look at each position now. See what's left. Shooting guard, I have 3 guys. Defense, definitely better. It's like he's seen as a B. None of these guys look great, actually. But Delia is the highest ranked. We are 8th on his list. So we'll try him first. Let's see what happens. Okay, on to small forward. Halflinger still available, still has a scholarship offer. He's still hovering right around that C and B mark. Good defender. Definitely like that in a player. And he's the only one from Oregon. So we'll stick with him for now. Okay, I literally have 1 player left for power forward. That is scary. We are 7th on his list. He cares about location. He is up from closer to Seattle than he is from Portland. This is going to be a tough one to get. And finally, center. We still have Vines. And he's still the best option. But Hathaway's a good defender, but not a good scorer. Weiss is a good scorer, but not a good defender or a rebounder, and that's a problem at center. Vines is still there, so we'll have to stick with him for now. What a mess this is, though. I knew based on GPA that Jones, there was a chance we'd lose him, but I did not think we'd lose Sights. Whew, okay. Well, that's recruiting for the week. So this first game is New Hampshire, and they were a good enough team that even though we were at home, they actually picked up the win. San Francisco on the road next. Not a very good team, but it's a road game. And if I just lost to a team that's only decent at home, we're having some real struggles this year. Facing that real possibility that this will be that first season that ends the streak. 6 straight years of promotion. This could be the season where we stay put. At 6-4, I don't think we're in any danger. And we lost again. We just lost again. So at 6-4, I don't think we're in danger of relegation. But I think there's a real possibility that we're not going to get promoted.
You have new mail.
Next up, we have Denver, the one who's I got my D from for our logo. Okay, well, I didn't suddenly have somebody go, "Oh, you offered me a scholarship? Yes, I'd love to come play for you." Yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, so Vines, I'm not even on Vines' top 10 list. I really should do something about that. Now, Floyd does have triple interest now, but we still are only number 7. Might be enough to at least try to host him. With what money? I have no money left. So no, I'm not going to host. I'll save that for a visit. Dafflinger, 5th. Dahlia. Okay, we showed up on his list at 8th at least. Or were we 8th? It was 9th last week, I think. Moved up a spot. There are some guys here that do want to come. But small forward. Okay, center. Small forward. There's a shooting guard. So I might be able to get some guys. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get 4, especially on this limited budget that's left. Oh man, this is hurting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standing and see how bad it is. We are still only in 5th place. Tied for 4th, actually. 3-way tie for 4th in the conference. Denver is 7-3 in the conference, 16-5 overall. They actually have a better record than us. This is the first time in a long time where I've come across somebody like that. Emmitsburg also looking real good. And I haven't played these guys. None of these top 4. So who I've been playing are the teams down here. See, I'm 8-2 at home, 7-4 on the road. I've lost 2 straight again. And this will be a big game. Let's go ahead and watch this one with Denver. RPI is back well outside of the top 100 again. It's the D versus the D. Back to a healthy squad at least. And off to a decent start, 6-3 to begin. But they score a few straight buckets and take the lead. So definitely back and forth early on. We're the ones on a bit of a streak right now as it's 21-11. Ash, the hot one early on, he's shooting 4 of 4 for 9 points already. We're shooting 65% from the field here early on. That's a good start with only 1 turnover, and we're up by 27 points. It's 49-22 as we approach halftime. Hazleton's got 15 at the half on 7 of 9 shooting. So between Hazleton and Ash, our fantastic shooting performance here has us out by 20 points, but here they come. They're starting to come back into this thing as the lead's down to 15. Just 11 to play in the second half. We are hanging on, but the gap continues to shrink. That other timeout. We have 1 full timeout remaining. Leads back out to 20, so we should be able to do enough here to hang on. Ash has 16 points, still shooting really well, 6 of 8. And Hazleton's got 20 in the game, 9 of, well, now 14 shooting. He's having a fantastic day. Final score, 88-68. That's a big win for us. Yes, it was a home game. But Denver, and momentum-wise, Denver was looking like they might pull that one out. All right, so we're up to 7-4. We actually still have a chance at promotion for this season. We've got to get into the top 3 for automatic or win the conference tournament. Or be in the top 4 if the conference tourney winner is in the top 3. Okay, there's another win. We go to 17-6 on the year, 8-4 in the conference. This has definitely not been one of our better years, but we're hanging in there. Still have a chance on 20 wins for the season. Lawrenceville is up next. It's on the road, but they're just a 500 team. But this year, pretty much anything's possible. We've lost to all types of teams. Turnovers per game, number 1 in the nation, but we are not rebounding well or stealing well or doing the blocks. So we're still scoring fairly well, but our defense is nowhere near as good as it was. Steals is one area where we're doing real well, though. Okay, checking back in on recruiting. We're still just in evaluation. So Floyd, 7th, Vines, nothing. I probably should drop Vines. In favor of what? What do I pick up in his place? Okay, RPI is back inside the top 100. We get the win. Next up is Fort Wayne for the second time this year. We're going to be on the road this time. And they beat us the first time at home. So can we get redemption and pick up our 10th conference win of the year? We do. So 19-6, 10-4 in the conference. Should be just 2 games left to play in the regular season. The next one is Delaware State. They are 17-7, but we're playing at home. Definitely a factor in that game. But we've definitely been inconsistent this year as well, so it's really tough to tell what team's going to show up on any given day. Alright, still evaluation. And speaking of, I should probably watch some film on all these guys and get some more updates. And no changes. I only have 13 left on my list, and I need 4 of them to sign. And I'm under $1,000 on the budget. Yikes. Okay, taking a look at the standings. We are into a 3-way tie for the best record in the conference, and we're +2 over the next 3. All we need is 1 win in these final games. And we'll have an automatic promotion. Delaware State. Wait. Bracket Breaker Sunday. That's a new one. Okay, this is a non-conference matchup. A day before we play Teaneck at home. And we lost to Teaneck on the road at the beginning of the season. And then we'll have South Florida on the road, who we beat by 10 at home. So Teaneck, 8-6, they're one of the teams trying to get in. South Florida, 7-7. So neither one of those games is going to be a given. And then I have some special game here against Delaware State that I've never seen before. Bracket Breaker Sunday. We don't have time to watch the game though. Oh, let's see. We'll just sim the single day and then see what happens. We're at 20-6. I believe that means we got the win. Yeah. 87-76. So we win by 11. Apparently, winning the league or not, we've got a chance of making the tournament. Alright, 2 to play. And this is a game in back-to-back days. Teaneck, 15-11. We need 1 win in these final 2 games. Could really use both, though. There's the first one. Okay, 11-4. We will get automatic promotion. 7 straight years. Moving on up. The next one is South Florida. Even though they are just 13-13, they are plus 500 in the conference, and it is a road game. We beat them the first time. And we got the win. 22-6. Final record for the regular season. 12-4 in conference. So after all of our struggles, we've actually pulled out a pretty decent record here. And we were in that three-way tie going into the week. Where are we at in terms of regular season conference title? Well, we'll find out here in just a second. Second, Emmitsburg and us both won both of our games. I actually have a better win-loss record overall, but they don't count that at all. And we didn't play Emmitsburg this season. San Diego went 1-1 this week. Troy went 2-0 this week, so we did need to get the one win at least. We managed to get both. But top 2 in the league means we will be promoted. Okay, back into recruiting. Still evaluation. Still no change, though Thompson just went to 2 pluses, I think. Vines is only 1. Really think I should probably let him go. And try for Hathaway, see what happens, and then if not, go for Weiss, who is a +3. So, made literally 0 progress on this guy for months. So it's time to be smart, concede defeat. Take him off my list. Vines is gone. And we're going to try for Hathaway. And if that doesn't work, then we're going for Weiss. Okay, we reached the end of February. We're heading into March. We'll see if we get to participate in the madness here fairly soon. But first up is the conference tournament. Okay, there's the first round.
You have new mail.
Okay, we get Cleveland State. That's a good one. We should be able to win that pretty comfortably.
You have new mail.
23-6, we do get the win there. Next up is San Diego. Now that's a tough game. They're 17-12. Okay, semifinals. Emmitsburg got the win as well. Fort Wayne, surprisingly, has gotten through so far.
You have new mail.
24-6, and Emmitsburg lost to Fort Wayne. This is the 3rd time this season that we will play Fort Wayne. And we're 1-1. 25-6.
You have new mail.
We are the conference tournament champion. We are definitely in the NCAA tournament, no doubt about it. The players declaring for draft. Nobody has declared from us. There's the finalists for Player of the Year. Florida State, Florida, Winston-Salem, that's North Carolina, and then Oregon. Or no, there's North Carolina. Winston-Salem, is that South Carolina? All right, here's the new look on things. Hathaway. Didn't get anywhere with him. I have growing interest across the board here. Hathaway, nothing happened. So we might soon go to Wise. I'll give him a week or two, but there's Ward. Yeah, Wise, we're 4th on his list. So, Hathaway, you had your chance. Let's just switch it up. Let's go straight for it. I need players badly. I offered, nothing changed, so let's get him off the list, and we're going for Wise. There it is. Moving on. Finish the week off here. Come on. My RPI is up to 43rd now, winning that conference tournament. Okay, still just evaluation. Wise is 4th.
You have new mail.
And selection show. Alright, let's see where we end up at.
You have new mail.
Hey, Maryland gets number 1 seed. Florida State, number 2. Arizona State, Texas A&M, there's Colorado. Kansas, number 1 seed. Oregon, the number 2 seed in that. Oh, and there's Delaware State, who we played. So they got in as well. There's the Beavers, a 5th ranked seed. Gonzaga was an 11 seed. UConn, a number 1 seed. Arizona, a 2 seed. There's Kentucky, a 3 seed. Notre Dame, a 1 seed. Oklahoma, a 2 seed. This is Salt Lake. There we are. And we have a 6th seed. And we're playing Villanova. Wow. Villanova's just an 11 seed. They are just 16 and 12. And at 25 and 6, we pick up a 6 seed. And that's it. Okay. Based on time, we need to get things going. Emmitsburg's in the NIT, San Diego's in the CBI, Denver's in the CIT, and TNEC playing each other. Alright, I got a couple more days till our Villanova game. My RPI is at 40 now. TNEC got the win there. And there we are, the NCAA tournament as a favored, as a 6 seed. Okay, they are in Conference D, so they are way, way higher. Let's see the matchups. Roster comparison. Hazelton's equal with their shooting guard. And our bench has been better than theirs. And Scales is equal, but otherwise they've got the better players everywhere. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the game. Here we are, NCAA tournament. As I'm over on time, I do need to keep it at speed 10, but we will slow it down towards the end of the game. Back and forth early on. And they're going on a little bit of a run here. We're down 5. And we close that gap right down to 1. A couple straight buckets and the free throw to tie the game. They're looking at some early stats. We are way ahead on rebounds. But we're struggling with turnovers a little bit. We're only shooting 35% from the field. And we're 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. So if we could start hitting some shots, that would really impact this game, as we are down 6 right now as we approach halftime. Feltz has 11. He's doing pretty well. Davis has 4. Hazelton, not too many touches, just 5 points, 2 of 4 shooting early on. So if we can get the ball into his hand and he can catch fire, this game could definitely go differently. It's 44-44 early second half. We're still ahead on rebounds, but not astronomically. We are shooting a little bit better, and they're shooting pretty poorly. So defense has done the job so far, and they are getting to the free throw line a lot. They've pulled out a little bit of a lead here, so I used one of my timeouts. We're down 8 with 6 to play. Hazelton still just 8 points, now 9. He still has not reached double-digit figures, so if we're going to get through to the second round, he is going to have to do something for us. And down the stretch here, they're pulling away, and they are going to win this thing. No use slowing down the time. Villanova gets the win 76-63, while we were the higher seed. They are many, many divisions above us, and no surprise that they were able to come out on top, and they stifle Hazelton with just 9 points on 3 of 8 shooting. Kerry Williams really struggled on just 1 of 6 shooting, and we are out of the tournament. Season done. We make it to the first round. We qualify again. We win the conference tournament this year, but we get knocked out early. We also picked up a ranking, apparently, heading in to the tournament. For the first time this season, we are ranked number 20, but to no avail. All right, let's quickly sim to the end of the season. You can see who won the tournament. And we'll see if I can start grabbing any players, maybe. Not yet. Still a little ways to go. Still no incoming recruiting class. Things are not looking too well for me. So we overcame some early season struggles, but the recruiting killing me. We're at the end of March. A few games left to play. It looks like UConn and Oklahoma are very deep in the tournament. Possibly the final or a semifinal.
You have new mail.
Maryland 96, UConn 94. Yep, there you go. Maryland over UConn for your NCAA 2028 champions. And I haven't signed any players yet. So you have to tune in next season to see who we end up getting, if I get anyone. Do I have zero incoming players, or will I be able to grab someone before we head off into the off season? That does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.